Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm almost out. I'm almost out. Damn! They got me in the last second. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Oh!
Granada!
What a wonderful blunder this was. What are you saying, dear viewer? Wait, what? Really? There is a new stalker coming out? Just give me a second, okay? I need to check this. Holy shit, there is a new stalker coming out. I'm sorry, can I help you?
А ну, чики-брики в дамке!
Okay, look, can you please speak in English or German, because я не понимаю... Хуй, блядь, я говорю по-русски. На здоровье! Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. It's a first-person shooter set after the events of the real-world catastrophe that was the Chernobyl incident in the year 1986. For all of you who don't know why that is important, allow me to refresh your memory. An atomic reactor in the Ukraine blew up and blasted large portions of the surrounding land with radiation, which made the area completely uninhabitable and killed a lot of people due to radiation poisoning. In the real world, the Chernobyl incident left us with a huge, boring landscape which is now considered a radioactive wildlife haven, please don't pet the doggos or you'll die, and a pretty awesome series on Netflix. But the Stalker World turned this whole area, now called the Zone, into a place straight from hell. Because of the radiation, the local wildlife mutated and spawned some very disturbing beasts. Hairless aggressive dogs are the least of your problems. How about some radioroid boar that just won't go down? Or this thing. To make matters worse, the Zone is full with different kinds of geological anomalies that could spawn everywhere, anytime. And each of them is deadly in its own right and almost invisible. You think you're fine, up to the point where a whirlwind anomaly sucks you in, throws you in the air and disintegrates you on a subatomic level. And of course, some places are still highly radioactive and can kill you within seconds just because you set your foot wrong. The Zone is definitely a place you should run away from pretty fast, and yet, people roam the area around the reactor. Why, you ask? Easy. Social media attention and fake influencer fame. Oh, sorry, wrong script, I got Stalker mixed up with the real world again. You see, the Zone is also filled with valuable artifacts. These little stones get spawned by the same anomalies that cost so many lives, but the black market and scientists pay good money for the strange looking stones. Unlike your crazy aunt who swears that citrine is able to purge toxins from your body, these pebbles are the real deal. Artifacts found in the Zone can make you stronger, faster, some of them can even shield you from physical harm, so it's no wonder that the Zone is full of adventurers, opportunists, bandits, and the military, who is by the way doing an awful job at keeping outsiders out. And also there's this little rumor. A rumor about a monolithic structure hidden deep within the broken power plant of Chernobyl. Apparently it's filled with energy and it can make any wish come true. You just have to find a way to get there and withstand the massive amount of radiation. But if you can pull it off, your heart's desire will be fulfilled. The player is taking control of an amnesiac stalker who apparently was tasked with killing a guy named Strelok. Why do we know this? Because somebody found you out in the wilderness, thought you were dead and went through your PDA before coming back to life.
I can give you...
Delete the porn. So you got no memory and a single goal. But since you got saved by this big Bo here, who obviously looks like he's only 2 chicken McNuggets away from needing help himself, well, you gotta pay off your debt. And your first mission is to save a guy from a bandit hideout, which is actually quite close to your location. Think of it as the tutorial. Let's go take on that first mission. Oh my god. Oh god, I feel like I'm on a boat. No, I can stomach this. I rode roller coasters that are harder than this. You know what, I can't. Okay, so I got used to the swaggering again, and now I gotta go to the bandits' hideout. And I'm dead. The game is now, what, 12 years old? But hell, for a game that age, it can still pick a fight. In fact, when it came out in 2007, it was renowned for being balls to the wall difficult. And I can testify. Because right here, which is supposed to be the tutorial, you will be pitted against enemies which are armed with shotguns and the like, and what do you get? A puny pistol with almost no ammo. How is that fair? And it wasn't helping that the AI did something I've never seen before. It reacted to the things you did. Enemies would take cover when getting shot. When their weapons were empty, they would retreat and find a place to reload. And if you were standing too long in the same spot, they would sneak up on you and gut you from behind. Rumor has it that the developers of Stalker, GSC Game World, even dialed the AI down because the game outplayed all the beta testers to the point where it just wasn't fun anymore. Enemies were able to throw grenades with pinpoint accuracy, leaving you no room to get away. As an FPS, it has lots of things that go but never quite. God, I wish for a duck gun. But of course, the game's got more to offer than simple shooting action. The enemies in this game will put you to the test, since they're able to make basic tactical decisions like retreat when it gets too hot or storm an area when necessary. Also, the enemies are bullet sponges, which is a bit on the unrealistic side. Even a simple dog is capable of tanking a whole Mike Myers massage, and it's still running. If you want to make any progress in the game, you have to master the ancient art of the headshot. Anything else coming from any type of weapon is ineffective as hell. Speaking of weapons, you will have a variety on them at your disposal as long as you are willing and able to pry them off the cold dead hands of the people you killed. Every enemy is lootable and has more or less viable stuff on him, but I advise you to wait until you are sure that nobody else is around to shoot you while you loot, because the game will not let you pause while you're busy rearranging your inventory. Also, the creators made sure to make the combat as realistic as possible. Pistols and rifles start to miss more often the more you use them. Even though you aim precisely at your enemy's head, and armor will gradually lose its ability to withstand damage. Pretty much every gun has its own ballistic arc and drop-off attributes, which makes mastering a single gun a serious endeavor. But because of the wear and tear, changing your gear is a must. To achieve this, you either keep the kill count up or visit one of the very few places that are secured and actually housed by a community of people. Traders exist and they will happily barter with you for the stuff you found out there in the wilderness. And if you still need more money to buy a shiny new weapon, well, there's always the option to give the locals a helping hand and do quests for them. Sometimes vendors will need certain parts of a certain animal. By the way, be prepared to visit these ditches in the middle of nowhere on a regular basis, because as soon as you get some good loot, your inventory will become clogged and everything you carry has actual weight, which in turn drains your stamina like an obese American going 5 steps to the fridge. Especially high-grade armor is extremely heavy, and even though you do have a lot of inventory space, you will never use it again because of your limited carrying capacity. Stalker's atmosphere is bleak, but in a good and even breathtaking way. The development team got out of their way again to research the real-life area around Chernobyl and base the game world on real-life places and experiences. For example, in the real world, there exists a now abandoned town called Pripyat near the Chernobyl power plant. In the game world, you will have to go through this ghost town to reach Chernobyl. Other mentionable locations are underground laboratories that will give you the creeps, abandoned warehouses, and rundown farms. And even though you may not encounter a single soul the first time you explore these places, revisiting them might hold a surprise for you because Stalker's world has a mind of its own. Groups of bandits and stalkers will roam the world as they see fit in accordance to their needs, and so do the mutants. Which means that you will encounter some bandits engaged in a firefight with a group of stalkers while you just happen to pass by. Shakedowns and extortions between different factions are possible, and it is also happening in the background while you try to finish the game. And if you take too long to complete certain side quests, guess what? These quests do not just expire. Sometimes the people will be fed up with your incompetence and complete the quests themselves. The game doesn't feature much music and instead relies on audio cues alone to draw you in, which in turn adds another layer of realism to the experience. And it wouldn't be for another 4 years until the facial animations got out of the uncanny valley, so you're also stuck with this. There's a lot to love about Stalker, but also a lot to hate. This game tried and succeeded to exceed expectations, but it also has a lot of bugs that can ruin the experience. The falling damage is buggy, some quests cannot be completed because the weapon you are supposed to pick up gets swallowed up into the ground. You can sell your equipped gear by accident and then ponder over the fact that you don't have any armor, while a mutated dog rips you to shreds, and the stamina system is, at least in my opinion, absolutely broken. But all in all, Stalker is still a lot of fun, especially when you find a bug again that is not game-breaking but just amusing to watch. And also I should mention that the names of the Stalkers are randomly generated. Well, it's either that or our recent president has indeed some hidden contacts to Russia. Plus, the game offers 7 endings in total, depending on your decisions, and no joke, how much money you have at the time of completion is one of the conditions. If you want to get a good ending, you will have to go out of your way and explore every nook and cranny of the world, and since I don't want to spoil the fun, I will shut my mouth right here. Happy stalking, and don't forget your obligatory bottle of vodka.